Welcome to our podcast. Did I just offend somebody? Fuck off. Did she just say that?
Yes, she did.
Welcome to the podcast. Happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us and prepare to be offended. Rant and rave is really a rant. It's about people who say, I hope this doesn't offend you, but if you're going to start a sentence and a conversation with, I hope this doesn't offend you, it's going to fucking offend me. Just keep your mouth shut. Like, why are you even saying it? Why don't you just come out with, this is about to offend you, but I'm going to say it anyway because I have absolutely no class whatsoever. So when you say to me, I hope this doesn't offend you, I know it's going to, and especially if we're in the store, because we carry so many sassy items. I pretty much know what's going to come next, but I also feel that I have to force you into telling me exactly what it is because you're so offended by it. But I think that if I make you say it, it makes it funny to me. So I might as well get some entertainment out of this. So recently, a customer comes up to me who already has been through the store and has a stack of products that she's going to buy. And I've talked to her a few times throughout the store. I've said, oh, hi, welcome in. Can I help you find something? Are you getting gifts? What are you doing? Offering her the excellent customer service that we offer. And even though we like the F-bomb in the store on lots of our products, we don't really go around saying, hey, motherfuckers, what can I help you with? We're pretty classy in here. So despite the fact that we carry the F word, we're not usually using it amongst each other when there's customers in the shop, at least. So anyway, she's shopping through the store and she says to me, hi, are you the owner? And I said, I am. And she said, well, I hope this doesn't offend you, but okay, well, we know where this is going to go. It's going to go right into the toilet. And I'm thinking, all right, what do I do to make her actually spend more money in this store that's offending her? Because we know where this is going to go. So she says, what's your demographic? And I don't think she actually used demographic. She said, what's your customer base? And I was like, well, actually, it's customers just like you. I said, typically between 30 and 60 years old. And she's like, really? Well, no shit it is. You're in my store shopping. What do you think? Okay. All right. So here we go again. So she's really 30, 60? I said, yeah. I said, we don't have anything in the store that customers have to have. We have things that they want. I don't operate a food store where you have to come in here and get your eggs and milk every week. This is just stuff that you might find funny, enjoyable, or you want to share with somebody else. So anyway, she says, I can't believe that your customers are that age range. And she's like, I would think that they would be maybe, teens in high school or young college students. And I was like, no, that's really not my customer base. But funny that you say that because we were just talking about doing some marketing toward those people. The thing is, they don't have a lot of expendable income like older people like us, meaning her and I. And she's like, oh, yeah, I get that. And she's like, so who really buys this? And I said, buys what? She said, well, there's some stuff in here. Like she's constipated and she doesn't want to say the words. And I'm like, what kind of stuff? And like I don't know what I carry in my own store. And she says, well, I said, the sassy stuff? And she says, yeah. Who really buys that? And I said, well, that same customer base, that 30 to 60-year-old customer base, that's my demographic. Well, I just can't believe that. It's so offensive. I said, but you know what? I said, we carry something for everybody. I said, obviously, you found quite a few things in here that you enjoy, and the things that you don't like, then you don't buy them, right? And she says, well, yeah, I guess that's true. I do have a stack of stuff already. And I said, yeah, exactly. She's like, but look at this stuff. Like, look at this thing. Look at this over here. And she's pointing to some socks. And she's actually like pointing to the most mild socks. Like, I'll support you like an underwire bra. And I thought, well, that's really nothing. Who is that going to offend? And she's like, who do you give this to? And I said, usually like friends with a sense of humor. And she says, well, I don't know if my friends would find this funny. And I just rolled my eyes and thought, well, who the hell are your friends? God, they're a bunch of tight asses. And she said, and then this one, and it made some reference to humor about being high maintenance. And I said, well, that could be funny for somebody who might be going through a divorce with kids and having to get back into the dating world. And like, well, I'm high maintenance. I come with a lot of baggage, whatever. She's like, yeah, I have a friend like this, but I don't think they'd find it funny. And I said, well, maybe they would. You could buy it for them and find out. No, I don't think they would. Well, then you'd probably buy something else. I don't understand what the hard decision is here. If you don't like the F word, then you don't buy the F word. If you don't like sassy, you don't buy sassy. But why do you feel like you have to tell me about it? And why do you think that you telling me about it is going to change what I sell in my store? So this occasionally happens. This was a good example of that. She went on from that conversation to go and buy some other stuff and then check out. And of course, after she left, I had to look her up and say, well, how many times has she actually shopped in my store and what kind of impact is she making? We've been open for 7 years and she's been in here twice. So she comes in, but not that often and not enough to really affect my bottom line, to be honest. So if I would have just told her to fuck off, I would have been okay with it, I guess. But I was trying to be really nice about it and understanding. I just don't understand where people are coming from and trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't carry in my store. Like they'll say, well, you have this Jesus stuff, or you have this inspirational line, or you have these beautiful crosses, and then you have these terrible things. Do you think that I can't be a good person and say swear words? Do you think that the people that shop here are bad people because they buy things that say sassy stuff? I think it's really judgmental and it drives me up a fucking wall because I think that I've had a successful business. I've been here for a few years. I feel like I'm in a good place. I carry lots of products. I carry a wide variety of stuff from assholes to zebras in reference to any of that stuff. And I think that we do a really good job, well-rounded, and people like to shop here because we have the sassy stuff. Those are our best selling lines. And I think they like it because they can come in here, they can laugh at it, they can choose to buy it, they can give it to a sassy friend, they can make somebody's day with that. We have more customers that come in, especially first time customers, and they'll start walking around and they'll start looking at things and reading them out loud, which sounds even funnier than just looking at them on a shelf. So you hear them reading things out loud and they start laughing so loud and they're just having a great time cutting up. And I think that's the customer that I want. That's the customer that I sell for. But yes, I still have inspirational pieces too. I still have a little bit of Jesus in here. I still have things that won't offend you. Things that are in here that offend you, I think just look at them and walk on. You don't have to buy them, but you don't have to destroy my business by saying, I'll never shop here. You're offensive. This whole place is offensive. I think that's you standing on your soapbox trying to force your views down my throat. I'm not forcing you to buy anything. I just have it here. I have it available for my customers to look at. If you want to buy it, that's great. If you don't, move on. So anyway, to follow up at the end of this customer that I was dealing with, she was really being very nice about it, still offending me. And I was trying to be very nice to her too. And the funny thing was she picks up this card and it's about a new baby. And I should have brought it on to show it to you, but it's about having a new baby and the fact that the person giving the card hates children. And so the picture on the front of the card is an illustration of Stalin holding a baby. And it's talks about, congratulations on your baby, but I hate babies, and letting your friend know that you hate babies. And if you don't like children, most people know that you don't like children. So she picks up this card and she's like, this card is so offensive. And I said, yeah, but as you can see, that's a bestseller because there's only two left. That's my customer. So anyway, it was really a good opportunity for me to chat with you about how much these customers aggravate me. But then I have to let it roll off my back and just keep running my business because we've been successful with what we do. We do a great job. We do have lots of variety. But just like this podcast, if you don't like the F word, you don't want to be in my shop, I guess. So that's your choice. It's called freedom. We all have it and we all like to express it in different ways. And we're expressing it here with a lot of sass, a lot of reverence, and a whole lot of the F word. Did I just offend somebody? Most likely. But that's who I am, and I'm okay with that. If you're not giving us a 5-star review, then fuck off. Did she just say that?
Yes, she did.